de défendre la paix en mettant fin au régime en place.
The Gabonese military just seized power in Gabon in the early hours of today. The military coup effectively ends 53 years' grip on power by the Bongo family. This is coming a few hours after the announcement of the presidential election results. In the results, Ali Bongo, the incumbent president, scored about 65% of the votes, and his main challenger scored about 30%. Remember that the internet was shut down in Gabon during the presidential election. For people to be posting videos about the coup from Gabon, they've restored the internet connection. It's not clear if it's the military that gave the order or the deposed government led by Ali Bongo. The streets of Gabon proves that this is a popular revolution. There are wide celebrations everywhere, like it happened in Niger when the military struck there. This is the 8th military coup in a francophone country since 2020. Eramet, a French mining group, seems to be the first affected by this military coup. They've closed down their operations in Gabon for security reasons. Eramet employs thousands of Gabonese. They know why they shut down their operations, but it doesn't seem like there's breakdown of law and order, as can be seen here, an officer urging people to protect what they have. No need to go around looting or destroying stuff. If people are against the government because of corruption and mismanagement of their resources, they should be happy with the revolution and not behave like the politicians that were deposed by looting and damaging property. Meanwhile, reactions are coming from all quarters. The European Union, in reacting to the military coup in Gabon, said that the coup will increase instability in the region. France said that they are studying the situation. They advised their citizens to limit their movement. Like already said, this is the 8th military coup in a francophone country since the past 3 years. It's an indictment on France because it shows that they have been tolerating and supporting bad leadership in these countries. It shows that they do not care about the well-being of the people. Rather, they only care about their own interest. Once they are getting what they want from a country, even if the leadership is extremely corrupt, they don't care, as long as their interest is covered. But there's good news. Many francophone citizens have woken up from their deep slumber. Most of them have already cut ties with France and are now charting a new course for themselves. Will France say they will invade or encourage a military intervention in Gabon to restore democracy, like they said when it happened in Niger? Anyway, let's see what the military boys have done already. They said they came to defend the peace and terminate the regime of Ali Bongo, who replaced his father, Omar Bongo, as president in 2009. Omar Bongo led the country from 1967 to 2009. So as you can see, it's become a family affair, one family being in power for more than half a century. That's no longer a democracy, it's monarchy. Ali Bongo, after completing 2 terms of 7 years in office, he recontested for a 3rd term. The presidential election they held on the 26th August 2023 can be best described as a sham. Why waste money conducting elections in the first place when it's not going to be free and fair? The people are not deceived. Ali Bongo only deceived himself. If he truly believes he's popular, he should have allowed a free and fair election to test his popularity.
Irresponsable, imprévisible.
The military also annulled the rigged elections. In giving one of the reasons they struck, they said the irresponsible governance has led to a deterioration of social cohesion, which has the potential to lead the country to chaos. And as usual with all military coups, they closed all borders until further notice. They also shut down all government institutions. This includes the Constitutional Court, which is like the Supreme Court in Nigeria. Their Senate and National Assembly all are dissolved, including all government agencies. They've also announced a curfew. The whereabouts of Ali Bongo are unknown at the moment. African leaders don't make it easy for themselves and their citizens. Look at Ali Bongo. Despite suffering a stroke in 2018, it would have been reasonable for him to just serve out his remaining term in office and retire. But no, it's only him, and it must be him that must contest and become the president of Gabon. African politicians make military coups inevitable. Are we talking about how he embezzled and wasted money on frivolities? Imagine importing fake snow just to celebrate Christmas. Imagine inviting celebrities like Lionel Messi and paying him millions of dollars just to lay foundation of a stadium and open their family restaurant in Gabon. When a third of their citizens are poor in a country of 2.4 million, 2.4 million is not even up to the population of one state in Nigeria. With all the billions of dollars they earn from crude oil annually, no one should be poor in Gabon. Some of these politicians are just heartless. Distribute the wealth equitably. Provide jobs and opportunities for your people. That's the basic job of a government, and if a politician can't do it, give way for another person to try. But they must stay in power perpetually, whether they are qualified, whether they are fit for the office, whether they know anything about governance, they must force themselves onto the people. Why? Why must it be countries experiencing incompetent leaders and their people are expected to live with it? A small company, a bank, or any other organization will quickly sack an incompetent CEO. Why should a person who makes policies for these companies, who controls the affairs of the entire population of a country, be tolerated when he is incompetent? When it's time for elections and the people want to sack them and express their disappointment at the way things are going in their country, the politicians wouldn't even let them express their displeasure. They rig the elections before people arrive at the polling unit. So how else will people make the change? They can only do it through a military coup. And this one has already succeeded. It has become a revolution. Very soon, the people who champion democracy will start talking, will start saying, return to civil rule, return to this, return to that. But they will never exercise the same energy in criticizing the government in power. When they were embezzling the funds of the citizens, when they were wasting their resources, they never gave advice. They never said, no, your country should look like Dubai. You have a small country, a very small population. You can even afford to pay them social security. But no, everything has to be about one person. It has to be about one family. What about others? The inequality creates a chaotic atmosphere. People won't be happy seeing the rich walking amongst the poor. When there is no equal opportunity, when there is serious inequality in the society, it breeds crime and break of law and order, which will ultimately lead to a revolution. The military are not trained to govern. That's why after the revolution, they will just have to set the country back to factory reset. Make sure that all institutions of government work as they should do. All head of government agencies must swear an oath of allegiance to the constitution of the country, not to be allegiance to another person or president or whoever has power above him. That is where all the corruption starts. Politicians always feel that they are above the law, that the law is meant for the poor people. They expect the poor to be patriotic while they themselves can do whatever they like without being patriotic. Here, it seems Ali Bongo is using foreign security for his protection. If he doesn't believe in his own countrymen to protect him, then there's a problem. A politician will tell the citizens to buy locally made goods to grow the economy, but they themselves, they will be spending money on foreign-made luxury goods and growing the economy of foreign countries. The worst part is the audacity in rigging elections. After all they do in office, they fail to uplift the economy, they fail to uplift the country in any single metric of human development. When it's time for election and people are about to go and sack them and express their displeasure with how things are going, they still rig that election to perpetuate their stay in power. This is the problem. You can't do the job. You can't allow another person to do the job. You're there. You don't want to leave. You don't want to give way. There's strife everywhere. There's hunger. There is chaos. It makes a military coup inevitable. It's a cause and effect. The problem lies with the politicians. If they deliver good governance and dividends of democracy to the people they govern, there won't be strife in their country. There won't be much opposition because they are doing the job. Naturally, there must be opposition, but they don't need to shut down their voice. They don't need to suppress them like they do in most of these countries. In a democracy, everyone has the right of free speech. You have the right to criticize the government, to put them in shape. A responsible government must learn from opposition, because when you are criticized, you learn your faults, you correct them. It's a wonder that a third of 2.4 million Gabonese are still poor, despite all the huge oil revenue and other resources. This is unacceptable. There's no acceptable reason for that many poor people in Gabon. Now, the military have come to do what the politicians failed to do in Gabon. Who knows where the military will be forced to intervene again in Africa to sort the mess of the politicians, because people just criticize military coups without addressing the cause. It is the politicians that invite the military unknowingly. Because when you fail to deliver good governance and allow free and fair elections, everything is about you, your family. You see the country as your personal estate. Why won't the military intervene? It's natural. So we'll keep you updated on future happenings in Gabon and other parts of Africa. Thanks for watching.
And I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world, to tell them to make noise, For the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place, and I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the residence and nothing is happening. I don't know what's going on. So I'm calling you to make noise, really. I'm thanking you.